Welcome to Star Chat, the podcast where we explore the wonders of the universe and bring you the latest news from the world of astronomy. I'm your host, Carl, and I'm thrilled to have you joining me today. We've got an exciting show lined up for you, with stories that will take you on a journey through space and time. But to start us off, let's talk about some fascinating research that's been making headlines recently. You might have heard that scientists have been studying the potential impact of supernovae on our planet's climate. That's right. Those massive star explosions that we often associate with distant galaxies could have a profound effect on our own atmosphere. According to a new study, supernovae that occurred thousands of years ago could be responsible for cooling periods on Earth. The idea is that the radiation from these explosions would collide with our atmosphere, causing a thinning of the ozone layer and a breakdown of methane in the stratosphere. This, in turn, would lead to a weakening of the greenhouse effect and potentially even animal extinctions, more wildfires, and global cooling. The researcher behind this study, Robert Breckenridge, used tree ring records to look for evidence of these supernovae. By analyzing the amount of carbon-14 in tree rings, he found 11 spikes that could be linked to corresponding supernovae. One example is the Vela supernova, which exploded around 13,000 years ago, and might be responsible for a cooling period on Earth known as the Younger Dryas. Another example is the Huygens supernova, which is believed to have occurred around 15,000 years ago, and could be linked to a carbon-14 spike and a cold period during the Older Dryas. While this research is still in its early stages, it's an intriguing idea that highlights the complex relationships between our planet and the universe. We'll be diving deeper into this story and exploring other fascinating space news throughout the show. From the latest discoveries on Mars to the newest missions exploring the cosmos, we've got you covered. So, sit back, relax, and get ready to explore the wonders of the universe with us. We'll be right back with more fascinating space news on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat, folks. We're diving into some fascinating stories today, and I'm excited to share this next segment with you. Let's talk about some intriguing discoveries that have been making waves in the scientific community. We've got 3 stories to explore, each one more captivating than the last. First up, scientists have been studying the behavior of certain species, and it turns out that some animals are capable of forming complex social structures. For example, researchers have observed that certain insects can work together to build intricate underground colonies, complete with separate areas for different activities like foraging and nesting. Next, we have a story about the mysterious relationship between Earth's magnetic field and oxygen levels in our atmosphere. It appears that there's a strong correlation between the two, with both increasing over the past million years. But what's causing this connection? Scientists are still trying to figure it out, but one theory is that the magnetic field plays a role in protecting our atmosphere from solar wind, which could help preserve oxygen levels. Last but not least, we have a tale of exploration and discovery on our own planet. Did you know that there are still vast areas of the ocean floor that remain unexplored? It's true. In fact, scientists estimate that only about 5% of the seafloor has been mapped in detail. As technology improves, we're learning more about these mysterious regions, and it's leading to some amazing breakthroughs. These stories all have one thing in common. They remind us of just how much we still have to learn about our world and the universe around us. Whether it's the intricate social structures of insects or the mysteries of Earth's magnetic field, there's always more to discover. Stay tuned for our final story of the day, right here on Star Chat. Welcome back to Star Chat. As we conclude our journey through the cosmos today, we find ourselves facing a pressing concern that's closer to home, or rather, closer to our orbiting laboratory, the International Space Station. Reports have emerged of another leak on the ISS, prompting NASA to delay a crew launch and leaving many questions unanswered. As we explore this situation, let's first understand that the ISS has been experiencing a slow but steady air leak since 2019, located in the transfer tunnel of the Russian Zvezda service module. Despite attempts at repairs by Russian cosmonauts, the leak has persisted, albeit at a relatively slow rate of a couple of pounds of air per day. The best solution so far has been to close the hatch leading to the affected module, except when spacecraft dock there. Recently, Roscosmos confirmed that it completed repairs on the module, claiming it had been completely sealed. NASA also stated that repairs were wrapped up, and the leak rate inside the module appeared to have halted. However, the overall air pressure in the space station continued to drop, leaving both agencies puzzled. The current theory is that the seals on the hatch leading to the module might be leaking, causing pressure from the station to feed the leak inside the module. This situation has NASA monitoring the ongoing leak closely and preparing for any possibility. A senior industry source revealed that the agency's leadership is worried about the implications of this leak, which is why they delayed the launch of a commercial mission carrying 4 astronauts to the space station. The new tentative launch date is set for June 18th, but this will depend on resolving the leak issue. Now, let's consider the worst-case scenario: high cycle fatigue affecting the metal structures on board the station. This phenomenon occurs when metal, like aluminum, is subjected to repeated stress and eventually fails catastrophically. It's a concern that has NASA classifying the structural cracking issue as the highest level of concern on its risk matrix. As we conclude this segment, it's essential to acknowledge the importance of transparency in space exploration. While NASA has been tight-lipped about the situation, it's crucial for the agency to keep the public informed about the challenges they're facing and the steps being taken to address them. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars. The universe is full of mysteries waiting to be unraveled, and it's our curiosity and passion that drive us to explore and push beyond the boundaries of what we thought was possible. Until next time, farewell and clear skies. That's all for today's Star Chat. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, remember to keep looking up at the stars.